things haven't been great lately. And by that I don't mean that they are necessarily getting worse. In fact, I think I'm doing the best that I've been doing in quite a few years. And that's really something I appreciate, but I also feel like currently, every time an opportunity presents itself, I try to do something for it. I'm trying to make opportunities. I'm trying to find opportunities, and they just sort of slip through my fingers. I used to have this running joke where I was saying that Murphy is my best friend. If you've ever heard of Murphy's Law, it's that, it says that whenever something can go wrong, it will go wrong. But I also have some very, maybe some very exhausted protection angel who's just so done with life and completely overworked, who just keeps me safe from the worst of it. So it's just, everything goes bad, but never as bad as it could. And I'm grateful for that. But I'd also really like for something to go well. I really want to make something good happen, despite everything. And I'm taking steps. I'm doing things, and that hasn't been great. It's kind of horrifying to think that there's other people who also aren't doing well in the same way or in different ways. There's also people who do even worse, and so much worse, and that's terrifying, and I don't want that on anyone. I know I'm in a relatively privileged position right now, and I'm trying to make the best of it, and maybe find something good in a bad situation. I've been in a situation where even things that I used to like to do just didn't work out anymore. I used to, if you know my old, edgy DeviantArt account, you'll know that I used to draw a lot, even in times that were really bad for me. Drawing was just really important to me, but that got less and less until just the thought of drawing at all made me completely turn the wheels. It made me anxious. It made me feel absolutely horrible. It felt like I had so many other things to do, and I couldn't even do that, and even if I did, So I gradually drew less and less, and it's been a while since I drew, just drawing for myself. It's not quite the same. Of course I've drawn for YouTube videos and little sketches. I did this little fan art here. I made this one thing for a university deadline, and I've drawn for game jams. I've drawn assets for game jams, trying to, get stuff on my portfolio and improve. And I have a lot of improving to do, but that's all right. That's okay. It's a little bit hard to describe. It's like, you have those two pieces of fan art in between. And that's great. That's nice, but there is a difference. There is a difference whether you are in a situation to fix that situation, or if you're in a situation because you want to be. Things that I did were either serving a purpose with the hopes of, finally getting somewhere, or it was me trying to do art for the sake of maybe getting that wanting to be there back. It was me drawing things that I thought I enjoyed or tried to make fan art for, to just get back this feeling of making something for myself. But I checked my art folder, and the last time I drew something for myself, something that you draw because you want to draw, no goal or nothing big behind it, that was this drawing here. This was a little fan art thing, and that one is from Inktober 2024. Inktober is this little art challenge where you try to draw something small for every day of October, which, helps a lot with practice and helps you get into the workflow. And that's a while ago, and even then, drawing for Inktober was just me trying to challenge myself to draw again. It was not just me drawing for myself for the sake of drawing. But eventually, when I went past all of these, the one I was left with that I had just drawn for myself, it was this one here, and that's from 2022. These ones. That's been a while. And that's been a while. That's been a while ago. It wasn't to make money. It wasn't to make something work. It wasn't even to make myself work and make drawing in itself work again. It was just something I did for fun. And, even then, the time I spent to things and the time I spent trying to learn and improve and practice anatomy and, all that stuff that you do when you're trying to do digital art. All of that already slowed down to a grinding halt. And I miss it. I missed feeling able to draw. That has not much to do with, anatomy or basics. Everyone should practice basics. Everyone go and practice your basics. It's always a great thing. It's more like you get this physical sensation of a 30 centimeter thick glass wall between you. If you would do it, it would break you in half. It would tear you apart. You'd have to squeeze yourself through all those shards. And you wouldn't ever want to do it anymore, and I don't want that. So, a lot of things happened. There's many reasons, and I don't know how things are going to look in the future. I want to keep trying. I want to keep finding something that works out, something I can do, something that maybe helps or inspires others, and that would be so cool if I could make things and then other people are like, hey, this looks cool. I want to try to, I want to try to draw my character like that. That's always awesome. If you do want to, please feel free ahead. You should feel free ahead. I speak this English language, I swear. There were always these expectations around what I was drawing. There was always a focus on that being me, while I don't think many people really looked past and wanted to know or like the real me. I sort of used art as a shield, but it also kept me lonely. And that's sort of silly. It's contradictory, because even if art kept me lonely, it's also the only thing that kept me company, But this weekend, I finally managed to draw something again. Like this little character you see here, the one with the little jester hair. She's been trying to get out of a bad situation in her own storyline for quite some time now. And, unlike me, Zero always kept trying. I think what I'm getting at, if you're in a hard situation right now, I really hope it gets better. I hope someone will give you the help that you need. And, maybe there's a small way you can help someone. Maybe there's someone who you can... Maybe you have someone in your life who you can tell that you love them, or something that you appreciate about them. Maybe you can hold out a hand for someone who needs that. Maybe you can go and donate some blood. That's also always a huge help. Make a nice little snack for someone. Everything big or small matters, especially when times get worse. It's just every little thing, every big thing, everything matters. I used to think nothing matters, but it's both. It's like everything matters to someone. It matters in the right context. It matters in the right amount. And it matters that there was the ability to do something in the first place. That's not a given. But what I'm trying to say is, thank you very, very much for your positive feedback, and it's crazy how many people just actually took the time to leave a little bit of support, even for someone really small like me. I mean, when everything's said and done, most creators, at the end of the day, creators are also just people most of the time. You know, they're having their ups, they're having their downs, they're having their good sides, they have their annoying sides, they have their bad sides, and while comments might not be sorting out whatever I have going on, you know, it still means so much. Like, in this context, this matters so much, and I want to thank you, and in small ways, you've helped to contribute that I can draw something again, and that's awesome. Thank you so much. Take care, and make sure you stay hydrated, and go say something nice to someone that's important to you. Alright?
Bye bye. Have a nice day.